Please identify yourself. Sorry.
Say, what are you starting?
All right, dismissed motion of the prosecutor. It looks like sent subpoenas, OIC served, and something to call, no response. They're moving to dismiss. Prosecutor's motion to dismiss is granted, and I'm going to go ahead and change the bond conditions, and there was no cash bond of any kind. So make sure you take out the bond conditions, you guys. Thank you.
Right out of the gate, the judge grants a motion to dismiss, and that's a big deal. When prosecutors ask for dismissal, it usually means they don't have enough evidence, a witness didn't show up, or something procedural went wrong. But notice how quickly the court moves on. Courtrooms operate like a fast-moving machine. Cases are called, decisions are made, and within seconds, the next matter begins. Let me ask you this. Do you think cases should be dismissed this quickly, or should judges take more time reviewing them?
All right. Wait for the prosecutor momentarily here. And by the way, Trenton is here for the exam, right? Do I have witnesses? Is this Ms. Holloway handling this, or is it Ms. Mrs. Smiley?
Sure, she'll bring everybody with her.
You just learning, Ms. Belcher? All right, let's get the prosecutor in here. They think I'm gonna wait for him. Court officer, please go tell them.
I called her, Your Honor. She's on the way.
It's only 6 feet away. I don't know why she's. Come on up here, Ms. Esmail. You got your witnesses?
The first one is Miss Annette did think that this hearing was supposed to be on the 11th. I called her at 11 o'clock. Well, a little bit before that, and she said that she had a 30-minute drive, so she should be here in a couple of minutes, hopefully like 5 minutes.
Do you have an officer witness?
I have 2 officers, so we could start with a different one. It's different order, but it's whatever you like.
Yeah, I mean, I want to start. Why'd she think it was the 11th?
I'm not really sure.
Sometimes when you get dates and times mixed up, it's 11 o'clock, not 11.
I could call it.
We got that bad as a society where we're going to justify people showing up.
I'm not justifying it.
I know you're.
Now that you bring it up, Judge, I think we're ripe for dismissal now.
Did you catch that moment? The defense actually hints that the case could be dismissed because a witness didn't show up on time. In criminal proceedings, witness availability can make or break a case. If a key witness isn't present, the prosecution's argument can collapse instantly. But instead of dismissing it, the judge decides to move forward with another witness. That tells us the court believes there's still enough evidence to continue, for now. The tension here is real. If the testimony doesn't hold up, the entire case could still fall apart.
Well, I'm going to, believe me, I would dismiss. She doesn't have to be. We'll start the first witness. Let's go.
The first witness is Officer Powers.
Okay, would you get him, please? Do you have any preliminary, by the way, do you have any preliminary matters?
I do have one. We can
Okay.
start with that first.
What is that?
Your Honor, the people would be moving to, then people proposed exhibit number 1, pursuant to MCL 766-11B. This is going to be the MSP web false. That states that item number NB22-1447-1B2D, and that is a sweatshirt hair off of a sweatshirt from 22-142, labeled as item number 1. That tested for the results of that were based on the DNA typing result. Thinking the sweatshirt hair root is approximately 1.1 sextillion times more likely if it originated from Rico Valentine than if it originated from an unrelated unknown contributor. And then we also have the buccal swab of Mr. Rico Valentine that is
Hang on a second.
Whoever's phone it is. Like,
That was your phone. Got to go out of the building. It's got out of the building. Get the phone out of the building. Go ahead.
Thank you. And then the vehicle swap for Mr. Rico Valentine is NV 22-1.
This is one of the most critical moments in the hearing, DNA evidence. The prosecutor is presenting forensic results suggesting the sweatshirt found during the police chase is billions of times more likely to belong to the defendant than a random person. In legal terms, that kind of probability can be extremely powerful for the prosecution. But remember, DNA evidence still has to be properly collected, handled, and interpreted. If the defense finds flaws in that chain of custody or testing process, the entire piece of evidence could be challenged. So here's the question, would this level of DNA evidence convince you beyond a reasonable doubt?
1447-3VA, that state results are based on the DNA typing results obtained from the sweatshirt hair is approximately 14 non-billion times more likely if it originated from Rico Valentine than if it originated from an unrelated unknown contributor.
Okay, any objection, counsel?
Well, I think this rule of evidence is, for the preliminary thing that you can do to avoid having to call in experts for long, exhaustive, examination.
It's admissible. I'm just asking if you have any objection. People's one is admitted.
Thank you, Armin. Would you like to publish it to the court?
Please. All right, you may. Any other preliminary matters?
Not right now, Your Honor.
Do you have any preliminary matters, Mr. Holland?
No, I don't.
No? Okay, call your first witness.
Thank you, Officer Popowitz.
All right, sir. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth. So you got it. Okay, have a seat. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Officer Popowitz. Is it officer or is it another title?
That's fine.
Are you currently employed?
Yes.
And where are you employed at?
City of Lincoln Park.
And what do you do with Lincoln Park?
Currently I'm in the detective bureau, but, I was officer on the road for 20 years.
Can I ask you a question? How do you spell your last name?
P-O-W-I, season cat, season zebra.
Thank you. And what's your first name?
Eric, E-R-I-C.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. And officer, were you employed as a detective and border patrol officer on the date of September 9, 2022?
Yes.
And did your duties take you around the Trenton area?
No, in the city of Lincoln Park.
City of Lincoln Park.
Yes.
Is that County Wayne?
Yes.
And what were you doing that day?
Just standard road patrol, patrolling the area, listening to the radio.
And were you alone or with a partner at that time?
At the time I was with partner,
Do you recall who your partner was?
Officer Brown.
And were you in a vehicle or on foot patrol?
A fully marked Lincoln Park police car.
And were you in uniform today?
Yes.
And did something happen that brings you to court?
There was a radio call that there was a robbery that happened in the city of Trenton, and that the suspect vehicle was a Chevy Trailblazer, black in color.
And were you provided with any other information to the Trailblazer?
Just that it was Trailblazer, black in color.
Were you provided with a license plate number?
Not at that time.
Okay. And did you observe a Chevy Trailblazer?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened when you observed the vehicle?
Through radio transmit, the vehicle that was in question for the robbery was going at over the posted speed limit in the city of Lincoln Park. That it was the suspect vehicle. We pursued it. It continued on.
Okay, so the vehicle did not stop?
No.
Okay, and what did you observe while you were pursuing the vehicle?
We got through the city in our neighborhoods. And when the vehicle went back onto Ferris in White Street, northbound Ferris at White, it discarded clothing out the window.
Okay, did you observe this?
Yes.
Okay, what happened after you observed this?
We continued on, and then we were terminated. We returned back to the scene.
And what was the area that the items were discarded at?
It was Ferris Street and White.
And did
Are you saying fair or Ferris?
Ferris, F is in Frank, Ferris.
ERRIS?
Yes.
Thank you.
and did you return to this location, Ferris Street in White?
Yes.
Okay, and even prior to that, were you able to observe what was thrown out the window?
Just gloves, a black hoodie, That was about it.
Okay, and you stated that you returned to this location.
Yes.
What did you observe when you returned to the location?
The clothing that were scattered on the ground.
Were they matching what they observed earlier was thrown out of the window?
Yes.
And could you tell us what kind of clothing or kind of left clothing that you observed?
From what I can recall, it was a black hoodie with some type of logo on the sweatshirt.
And you also stated gloves were recovered as well. Do you recall what color those gloves were?
Not 100%.
And what did you do after that?
We secured the area, and I made contact with Detective Sergeant Cavazos, letting him know that we located the clothing from the suspect vehicle. We just secured the scene and waited for him to make a scene.
Okay, and is it Detective Cavazos?
Yes.
Did he make the scene?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened when he made the scene?
He collected the evidence and then he left.
And was that the end of your part in this investigation?
Yes.
Okay, nothing further.
Any cross?
Yes, got a couple of questions here. Officer Popoulos, good morning.
Morning.
Right, now, you were on road patrol in Lincoln Park on or about September 9th, 2022. Do I have that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you say you had a partner with you on that day?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And you received a call that they're describing a certain vehicle that was suspect from being involved in a crime?
Yes.
Okay. And did you start to pursue that vehicle?
Not until it came into our city.
Okay, and when and where did, if you ever did, come in contact with that vehicle?
It would be right at the city limits of northbound 4th Street and Goddard.
Okay, all right. And I believe you said that you terminated the pursuit?
My sergeant terminated the pursuit.
Okay, all right, by radio.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Now, when you saw this clothing, don't strike that. Did you see the clothing that you referred to being tossed out of the car?
Yes.
Okay. Did you stop in to collect it?
No.
Okay. So how did you come in contact with the clothing again?
We returned to the area where the clothing was discarded.
Okay, all right. And I believe did you say a sergeant by the name of Cavazos came to collect those items for evidence?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Did you have any further contact with the clothing?
No.
The Cavazos picking them up and securing them?
No.
Thank you.
Any redirect?
No, you're.
You can step down. Thank you very much. Call your next witness.
And that is still out.
I'm sorry, did you say Annette Cabo?
Rural Cabo, and I can tell you spelling.
Is it ANNETTE?
It is, I have an ANNETT, and then Rural Cabo is RUVALCABA. Rural Cabo.
Okay, no N at the end of the Annette.
I just have ANNETT.
Okay, thank you. Come on right up here, ma'am, for the witness chair, please. How are you? Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth so help you God. Is your name ANNETT? No E. And then in the RUBALCABA? E. Okay, thank you. RUVALCABA. CABA. I'm sorry. Have a seat. Thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you, and good morning. Can I call you Miss Annette? Yeah. Thank you. And Miss Annette, are you currently employed?
Yes,
And where are you employed at?
so I work at the American Indian Health and Family Services. I work in a nonprofit for Native
Can you
American.
pull that microphone up to your mouth, please? Repeat what you just said.
So I work for the American Indian Health and Family Services. It's a nonprofit organization in Detroit for Native Americans. I'm the lead medical assistant there.
Okay. And at any point were you employed in a location of 267 West Jefferson, Unit 200?
Yes, so for Dr. Lorby, Duncan Trenton.
Is that city of Trenton?
Yes,
On the line?
yes.
And what's at that location?
It is internal medicine for Dr. Logie.
Okay, and were you employed, at that location on September 9th, 2022?
Yes,
And do you know an individual by the name of Mona Lamari?
I do.
How do you know that individual?
So she was connected to our facility. She had a pharmacy that was connected to Dr. Logie's office.
Okay, and on this date, September 9th, 2022, did something happen that brings you into court?
Yes,
Could you tell us what happened that brings you here?
yes, ma'am. So we were, I want to say it was in the morning. We were in office and we heard screaming coming from Mona's pharmacy.
For what pharmacy?
Well, her name is Mona. I'm not sure what the pharmacy was called. I can't remember. But she used to run the pharmacy, there. And we heard her screaming a couple times. So me and another coworker ran to her pharmacy and checked on her. When we checked on her, we screamed her name by the door and we heard her yelling and screaming. So when I looked over, I see Mona in the corner and there was two males, I want to say holding her down, and Mona was screaming. So when I called her name, that's when I see the two males in the pharmacy.
Could you describe the males that you saw?
I cannot, like their face, no. I know there were two, it looks to me, were black males. They looked young. From what I could see, they had masks on, so if I recall correctly.
Do you recall what they were wearing?
I want to say they were wearing black.
Did you write a witness statement in this case?
I can't remember if I wrote one. I know they took one over the phone.
Okay. Would you have, if you wrote a witness statement for the be in that statement?
Yes,
And would it refresh your recollection as to what they were wearing if you view the statement?
yes.
Your Honor, may I push
You may.
And Ms. Annette, I'm handing you your statement. If you would please take a look at this. Read it over silently, and whenever your mother has no request, please look up and help you.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And has your memory been refreshed?
yes.
And your Honor, may I push to retrieve the statement?
Yes.
Okay, could you please tell us what they were wearing?
Yes, so right, one of them was wearing all black, black hoodie, black pants. The other one was wearing black pants. And I want to say it was like a reddish orange hoodie.
Okay. And you stated that you saw were both of these individuals buying this Lowari?
Yes, they were both of them.
And could you describe what they were doing, if you recall?
I remember seeing Mona was like punched, and one of them had her down, and they were both yelling at her. So I didn't really see, like, I didn't get too close. Once I seen there was like two males and they had face and hands and their hoodies up, I kind of just took a step back and just yelled her name.
Okay, and do you remember what they said?
I do not remember what they said, no.
Okay, now would you recognize the scene of what happened on that day you saw it today?
Yes,
If, Your Honor, it is a video, would I share my screen?
Sure.
Thank you. And Judge, it said my screen is shared. I'm not really sure why it's in.
Heather, you or Lisa, either one of you, do you have any clues here?
Who is that speaking?
It's the prosecutor,
Which one?
Mrs. Morrow.
Oh, she's in a breakout room. That's why she's got to come out.
Makes sense.
Oh, you gotta come out and break it.
I'll move her.
Perfect.
Okay, she should be good now.
February 10th will be the AOI date. This gentleman still needs to be printed. So I don't know how you guys are going to take care of that, but somebody's got to take care of that. I don't think he was ever printed, was he?
That's my motion.
So Judge Hessen ordered it. I don't think you need another order. Is there going to be a problem? Can you guys take them over to Trenton? Take this gentleman over to Trenton to get printed? Thank you.
Take care.
Give me another order, Heather. I'll sign it and they can go over there. So February 10th will be the AOI date. Bond is continued. You don't have any objection to continuation of the bond, do you, counsel? And it was only 10%, right? I believe. Is that it, Lisa?
$10,010%.
No objection, counsel?
No, that's good.
Bonds continued, same terms and conditions. And I will sign the order for prints. Got to be careful with that, counsel.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you. All right, let's do Carlin if we're ready. Are we ready on Carlin?
Same thing with.
Nice to see you. Where is Carlin? Let's get Mr. Haynes in here and let's get moving. Down, you had Carlin? Who's Amber Russell?
That's, I think that's the issue.
That's Brown stuff. You want to do that one now?
I want to do all these now. Why are we,
Brown's comment.
why are we not waiting for? I want to get Roper and Carlin and Amber Russell, Amber Elizabeth Russell, 260-02516. Ms. Russell, your name,
Amber Elizabeth Russell.
counsel?
Good afternoon, Judge. Messi, on behalf of Ms. Russell.
All right.
For arraignment purposes, this won't be the reading.
Was this, I'm going to go ahead and sign the warrant, I suppose. Whose name is on as the complaining witness? Is it Emma Russell?
Yeah, my daughter.
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Comfortable with this. This wasn't done on record. I'll go ahead. Detective, your name?
Detective Claft, Brownstown Township Police Department.
All right, so she stands mute, waives formal reading, correct?
Yes.
You want to argue bond?
Judge, we're asking for a personal bond in this matter. Ms. Russell has no prior criminal history, Judge. The daughter is 22 years old. This happened at the residence where my client stays, the defendant, Ms. Russell. Judge,
Who owns the property where they stay?
my client's parents, Judge.
And Emma
Emma's there visiting on occasion
is the granddaughter of the,
of the homeowners, yes.
all right, go ahead.
We would just ask for a personal bond in this case, Judge. My client, like I said, has no previous criminal history, Judge. She's never been in trouble. Obviously, she's assured me she wants to take care of this. And I believe she does have some valid defenses.
What happened here, detective?
Your Honor, it looks as if they had a disagreement about some personal, our defendant taking care of herself, that type of thing, medication and whatnot. It became physical over a struggle for the cell phone. There was some injuries reported. Emma Russell sustained minor bleeding, cut to her right pointer finger. Our defendant sustained minor cut to her right wrist. It became physical at some point, and there was a couple witnesses that observed it at the location.
Any objection to a PR bond?
No, Your Honor, there was just a couple of things that the prosecutor wanted me to bring up here.
What are they?
No contact with Miss Emma Russell. Not to return to 28025. Defendant does not have an ownership interest. No alcohol, controlled substances. Continue care with medical professional and continue any mental health treatment.
I would oppose the majority of those conditions, except for the fact that, there's no issues with the homeowner. That's my client's residence. That's where she's been living. The alleged victim here visits on occasion. So we'd ask the court to deny the request to not allow this.
All right, ma'am, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court, $1,000 personal bond. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with Emma Russell or prosecution witnesses. You're not to possess firearms or dangerous weapons. You are to continue your mental health treatment. I'm not going to order not to go back to that residence. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to give you February the 11th in front of Judge Hessen. February
Okay.
the 11th, and that will be at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay,
And that will be your pretrial date. If you want a court-appointed lawyer, you're going to fill out a petition going forward, okay?
okay.
All right. Wish you well. Good luck. So make sure she fills out a petition, Detective. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. People against, I think I want to take Carlin. Ralph Richard Carlin, 23I-707120. You guys can come on up here, Ms. Barrick. Counsel, state your appearance.
Sherwood Hayes, Ralph Carl.
Ms. Don, Ms. And ma'am, your name.
Melissa Barrick.
And detective, your name.
Detective Constantine Secretary.
What is he going to do on these?
Pleading guilty to the pre-violation.
There's three? I didn't see the third. My mistake.
One that had to do with the community service, I think, on the second page.
It's only two, though, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's two.
It's two.
Fair to provide proof of completing 64 hours community service and fair to refrain from having contact with Alyssa Ferrick. Your lawyer tells me, sir, you are going to plead guilty to both counts. Is that true?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, you keep breaking up.
Your lawyer tells me you are going to plead guilty to both of those counts. Is that true?
I'm sorry, which two counts? You were broken up.
Failure to provide proof of completing 64 hours of community service by January 12th, and failure to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Alyssa Ferrick.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what you want to do?
Well, yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty to count one, that failure to complete community service, you could get 5 days. If you plead guilty to count two, you could get 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt or by preponderance of the evidence. If you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing, your right to question their witnesses, your right to bring in your own witnesses, your right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, and the right to testify or remain silent. If you plead guilty, we're not going to have a hearing of any kind on these charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understand again, your 771.1 status could be revoked. If you plead to either one of these, and if you plead to count two, again, you could get 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to count one that you failed to provide proof of completing 64 hours of community service, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
Did you fail to provide proof of completing 64 hours of community service by January 12th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the count two that you failed to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Alyssa Ferrick? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you have contact with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of contact?
We've been dating for the last 5-6 months.
You've been seeing her for 5 or 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you had a no contact provision, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. She told me that she was going to let the courts know that she wanted that dropped.
No contact order has been in place since February of last year.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
You still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't complete your community service either, correct, on time?
Can I comment on that, Your Honor?
Is that true or false?
That is true, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, I will say he completed 54 out of 64. I just don't have the last 10 hours.
Okay, I'll accept your plea to counts 1 and 2. I find they have been made voluntarily and understanding. What is going on?
Judge, I understand the one-sided story, but Mr. Carlin has represented that the parties did get together and Ms. Ferris requested about over the last few months. With regard to community services on.
Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, we haven't seen each other.
For 5 or 6 months?
Yeah.
Did you tell him you were going to call the court and tell them that you were having contact so they could lift the no contact provision?
No,
You didn't tell him that?
no,
How long have you been having contact? This is early February.
since September.
So for about a little over 5 months, right? How did this come to your attention?
He ended up getting arrested on February 1st.
Why did the police come out to your property? And ma'am,
He was at my sister's property and my brother-in-law's taking photos of their home, which is what prompted me. They were taking pictures of their home and also my vehicle, and I wasn't there. So I'm worried about my family and that.
who
So
called the police to tell him that he was at the property? Who's that? Is
my
it-
brother-in-law, Chad Foster.
So you didn't call the police, right?
Not that day. I did call the day before because he showed up at my residence.
Well, yeah, but I thought you said you were seeing him since
Well,
September.
We had stopped seeing each other.
Called the police on January 29th. You're not reporting to the police.
Well, you got to be more specific. So you started seeing him. Who initiated the contact back in September? Did you or him?
I reached out to him.
And you guys saw each other until January 29th, right?
I told him the week before, the weekend, I'm not sure of the exact date. It was Monday because the way the relationship was going, it was getting,
You told him on the 19th of January?
I don't have a calendar.
January 29th is a Thursday.
Thursday, so it was that Monday.
So the week before,
No,
The
it was
26th?
Was
you
like
told him the 26th you didn't want to see him anymore.
whichever date Monday.
That's January 26th is a Monday. I'm looking at the calendar.
Okay.
You told him on the 26th you didn't want to see him anymore.
I told him that the way that the relationship was going, I no longer wanted to see him. I did stay in the relationship because he was having mental health issues and we just kind of had
Did you say you're not to come over here anymore?
Yeah, on Monday.
And when did you hear from him again?
I can't, there was someone at my door knocking.
What day?
But I don't know that it was him. It was the day before the 29th, the 28th, but I didn't see anyone. I heard a knock at my door, it woke me up and I heard voices outside. But
And you didn't answer the door.
well, I didn't immediately, and when I looked out a few minutes later, because I was worried,
Okay,
and there was nobody there.
okay.
So I didn't.
But you didn't see him the 28th. What about the 29th?
The 29th, he came to my door
And
and I
what-
called the police. But he was already gone. And then the following night, that's what I'm very concerned about my family, is that he showed up at my sister and brother-in-law's house.
I'll sentence if you want. She technically has the right to have Judge Hessen He does, your client does, has the right to have Judge Hessen sentenced. She's not here, she's ill. I'll be glad to do it. I'll be glad to send it over to Judge Hessen when she comes back.
Have to break all over, go to Carter and see what's preferences.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pass the case. It won't be long. You guys can go right out there. People against, who has Roper?
All right.
Well, go take care of this one and then